keep a lot of your other Canadian stuff, but just open up the market?
Speaking of Canadian stuff, RCMP refused to disclose immigration status of Edmonton duo charged in cross-province human trafficking case. So you
Wow.
got to assume it's not good, right? Because if they were white dudes, they'd tell us right away. Or they'd just say they're not immigrants. Both men have been released from custody and are scheduled to appear in Grand Prairie Provincial Court on August 11th. Think they'll show up?
No.
A year-long RCMP investigation into human trafficking across Alberta has resulted in charges against an Edmonton father and son accused of exploiting immigrant workers at businesses in Kalmar and Fox Creek. While police confirmed that the 4 alleged victims and 2 suspects were legally in Canada, they refused to say whether any were temporary foreign workers, permanent residents, or held other immigration statuses. The investigation, launched in July 24, was triggered by tips to Alberta employment statins regarding questionable labor practices at Kalmar gas station and the Grizzly Motor Hotel in Fox Creek. I bet you that place is a real dump. What investigators uncovered was a pattern of alleged exploitation involving unpaid wages, excessive work hours, coercion, and the manipulation of vulnerable immigrants. The accused, Yun So Lee, 55, of Edmonton, 4 counts of trafficking persons, 4 counts of material benefit from trafficking, and 1 count of criminal harassment. And Ju Huop Lee, 26, of Edmonton, 1 count of trafficking people, and the other one. The allegations, according to the RCMP, workers were brought into a coercive employment scheme that included working up to 90 hours a week with no proper compensation, wages withheld or stolen through fraudulent deductions, passports and documentation controlled by employers, threats and harassment used to silence complaints, workers placed in rundown or overpriced employer-controlled housing. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a nothing burger, but it would seem to be that the immigrants are running. Authorities recovered $160,000 in unpaid wages owed to the exploited workers.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Alberta OH&S issued $60,000 in fines to the operator of the Grizzly Motor Hotel and an additional $10,000 penalty for obstructing investigators. RCMP say they handled 180 human trafficking files in 2024, including 21 labor trafficking cases. In the first 6 months of 2025 alone, 65 cases have already been opened, which is less than last year would have been by 50%. No, by 30%. A sharp increase attributed in part to better coordination. How can they say that's an increase? They did 180 last year and they've done 65 in half of this year. That's on pace for 130.
I don't know.
Anyway, trafficking RCMP Inspector Brent Meyer emphasized that trafficking doesn't always look like what people imagine. So, I don't know. Seems sketchy, and it seems like immigrants picking on immigrants.